Hello everyone, happy Friday, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Sophia, and for all of my returning watchers, thanks so much for popping back on. So today we are going to give a little LIM college review, misconceptions about fashion school, and a room tour. I did a lot of research on this college before I made a transfer, and one of the things that I turned to was YouTube videos about the college, kind of diving into a student's perspective and kind of seeing the space that you're going to be in for the next 3 to 4 years of your life. Well, I guess, yeah, 3 to 4 years of your life. And so today I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion about LIM College. Whoop, whoop. It should be noted, right before I did this, I was curling my hair and I burned my neck with my curling iron, and it really hurts. That was just a side note. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll the intro, and then we'll go ahead and get started about the misconceptions, my overall thoughts and review, and then a tour of the Ludlow residency. Can't wait to get to it. Go ahead and let's roll the intro. Alrighty everyone, so as most of you know, I transferred to LIM College in New York City this past year. I'm going on semester 2, okay? I was at Western Michigan University beforehand. I was there to be a swimmer on their swim team, be all swimmy and chlorine addicted, and Miss Rona came and kind of screwed everything up. They had a fashion merchandising program there. I was minoring in it. However, there is nothing to do in West Michigan, and I was kind of like, why did I move here? Yeah. From a girl from South Carolina, I was not ready for Midwestern life. So I decided to pack my bags and head to the big city. Here, today, puts us back at LIM College. So before I made my decision to transfer, I did a lot of research on the college and just kind of wanted to get like an input into what the students' life was like, kind of like the daily, what's the routine, where do you live. I also did this when I went to Western, but I was able to actually tour Western, so I definitely had an idea. I was actually able to talk to students, but once again, Miss Rona, I came to LIM sight unseen. Not that there's like an actual campus to tour, but I didn't tour it. I came here literally just watching YouTube videos and making a decision all through the internet, which was kind of scary, but also like I was so confident in my choice that I was okay with it. And I definitely am okay with the fact that I came here. So hopefully going forward, we are going to bring the college tours back. I actually don't know if they're bringing college tours back this year. Hopefully by next year, at least, with like a mask on, you guys can, you know, do a college tour and actually come and tour the colleges that you want to look at. I think it would be tragic to make a big decision like that without actually being on campus. I know when I was a junior and a senior in high school, I went on like 15 or 16 college tours. I'm not even exaggerating. And I applied to all of 15 and 16 schools. I was accepted into all of them, and the first acceptance letter I got was from Western Michigan, and I said, yep, that's where I'm going to Western. Fast forward, that didn't work out. So like I said, I did not apply to any other schools to transfer to. I only applied to LIM. Misconception: when you tell somebody in the city that you go to fashion school, they automatically assume you go to FIT. Negative, ghostwriter. I do not design things. I am the business brain of the fashion industry. That is something I would keep in mind when you come here. Automatically, fashion students have a rap for being ditzy and just going to FIT, not being at LIM, and 2, that it's not hard. A lot of people will tell you being a fashion student isn't hard. Let me tell you, that is incorrect. Incorrect. We will dive into that in just a second. Back to the FIT thing. FIT specializes in more of the design aspect of fashion, okay? They also offer merchandising. However, LIM is merchandising based. We also offer other degrees in journalism and media and like cosmetology, other stuff like that, but we are more of the business school. I mean, our motto is where business meets fashion, which is exactly what the school is all about, okay? It is much, much smaller too. We have two main buildings where classes are held. We have Maxwell House and we have our Fifth Ave building, okay? We do not have the whole building to ourselves. We share them. It's literally like a floor of an office building that has classrooms in it. It is not a college campus, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that. Maxwell House is our bigger location. We do have several stories there. We aren't in control of the whole building. However, there is some spaces where you can go and study. There's some table and chairs, so there is more of like a casual, loungy student study area, whereas Fifth Ave, really just classrooms, a couple printers. There's a few like couches and tables that you could sit at, but I wouldn't suggest going and doing your work there unless you absolutely have to. I would say right now I am still mostly online with Miss Rona, so I do a lot of my work in my room. If not, then I'm at a coffee shop working. And I think that's something that when you're coming to LIM, you need to realize. It is not, it's a college. It is a college, it's a college, it's a college. I can't get it out that it's a college enough. It is just like going to university, it is a college. However, it is not your traditional college, okay? We don't have a centralized campus. We are in the middle of New York City. That is our campus. It's a bit different. And because you don't have that connected community college town, I feel like people are like, oh, it's like not a real school. But it is. Most people think that LIM is a step below FIT. And I would say on a scale of student to teacher ratio and classes offerings and stuff like that, no. They're pretty even. However, FIT is more design based. They do offer merchandising. LIM is very, very business of fashion focused. So if you want to be in business, but specifically focusing on fashion, come to LIM. Here's where it gets a little messy though, okay? Student housing. I'm sure a lot of you, if you are looking to come to LIM and you found my video, you have watched several videos on the housing at LIM. So, I am actually in the Ludlow residency, which is the nicer of the two choices. LIM has student housing at the New Yorker, which they will be keeping for 2022 and beyond, as far as I'm concerned, and the Ludlow. The Ludlow opened up in 2021, and it will be closing for LIM students at the end of this semester, which is spring semester of 2022. So we were here a year, and they have kicked us out. I have reasons for my own to believe why they did that, but we currently share this building with SVA and which is the visual arts school, and then a dance academy. I couldn't even tell you the name of the dance academy, but like there's legit like ballet dancers that live in our building, which is cool. Nobody's friendly. And that applies to LIM students as well. I will be honest, if you want a community aspect, you probably are thinking, yes, I should live in the dorms. However, I don't know if it's COVID, I don't know if it's New York, I don't know what it is. Nobody is friendly. I try to spike up conversations in the elevator, I see people in the hallway and I smile and wave and I try to start a conversation. Nothing. I get it. I'm a bit odd myself, but the people in the dorms are not friendly. Security and staff, 14 out of 10. They are great. They always will hype you up in your outfits. They love it. However, student life, it's missing, okay? I also get we're going through a pandemic. You can't really have gatherings. You can't have friends over in your room. So there's not a lot of opportunities to necessarily bond with people. However, I just feel like there could be a little bit more smiles and waves, if you know what I mean. With that being said, the Ludlow residency is a rather nice building to live in, okay? I have heard rumors that it is much nicer than the New Yorker. The only caveat is the New Yorker has a fitness center and they get free Metro cards, which kind of sucks because half of the LIM students that live in this building got Metro cards for free monthly, and this half did not. Awkward. So I would just kind of say that there's some indifferences, some imbalances within the housing. The New Yorker is a much older building. It's actually a hotel. I don't necessarily know what the rooms look like, but as far as newness and cleanliness, I would say the Ludlow's got it. This doesn't make much of a difference because LIM's not going to be here next semester, but if you're an SVA student or whatever the name of that ballet school is and you're coming here, let me tell you about the Ludlow residency. It's pretty great. However, the rooms are tiny. I have an 8x8 all to myself. That's right, my room is 8 feet by 8 feet. Very small. Do the math. It came fully furnished, and thank goodness it did, because lugging your stuff up of 8 flights of stairs would not have been happening when it came to move in. I do share a bathroom with the girl next door. Bathrooms are great. However, when it comes to the college itself, we aren't offered a meal plan, which sucks because you have to do meal prep all on your own, and that means you need a kitchen most of the time. We do have a communal kitchen, but it's in the basement, and let me tell you, it's disgusting. I don't know what you would think a kitchen would look like with 200 plus college students sharing 2 ovens and 2 microwaves and 2 sinks look like, but imagine that and like make it 10 times worse, because it's disgusting. The community fridge, disgusting. The ovens and stoves, gross. I don't understand if people just don't understand how to clean up after themselves. I don't know. I haven't quite processed. Same goes for the laundry room. We do have in-service laundry at the Ludlow. However, 98% of the time the washers and dryers are broken. Out of maybe the 10, 6 are working. It's kind of an inconvenience sometimes because a lot of the washer and dryers are out of service 24/7. I don't know if it's because kids are breaking them or they don't know how to do their laundry, or we just don't have people getting out here to fix them. I'm not sure. Can be an inconvenience. Along with the kitchen, if you absolutely have to put something in the oven or you absolutely have to cook something on the stovetop, you have to go down to the kitchen. Most of the time there's people down there cooking because there's only 2 stoves, so you have to ask to share like the stovetop. Most of the time people are kind of nasty about that. They don't want to share. It's messy, it kind of smells, you're in a rush, you have to lug all of your cooking stuff downstairs and all of it back. You're not allowed to have a George Foreman or a toaster or anything like that cooking wise in your room. They will kick you out because they do room checks and they do search for that stuff. So when it comes to cooking, meal prep is my least favorite time of the week because you have to lug up your bucket of stuff and slough it down the stairs and then sluck up your dinner back and then do your cooking. I have kind of managed to make a little bit of a prep area that's definitely helpful, which I will show you in the room tour. But as far as communal kitchen goes, it's garbage. It's garbage. We do have a community room downstairs, which is kind of nice. I would assume that events would be held down there. Again, with COVID, we're not really doing much. Occasionally, you'll see some of the SVA kids, you know, painting or drawing or SVAing, visual arting down there. I don't personally spend any time down there. You couldn't do work down there because there is no Wi-Fi down there in the building because you're in the basement and there's no cell service, so good luck using cellular. So you can't necessarily go down there and like work on your laptop unless you're reading a physical copy of your textbook. Let's talk about Wi-Fi since I mentioned it. It sucks. Absolutely terrible. I can't tell you how many times that the building Wi-Fi has cut out on me. Multiple times. Mid-test, mid-quiz, just completely drops out. Mid-Zoom class, completely drops out. You're scrambling. Most of the professors are pretty lenient, especially if they know you live in Ludlow. They know that the Wi-Fi is garbage. Also should be noted, there are no printers in the building, in the Ludlow residency, that you can use. You can print at 5th Ave and you can print at Maxwell House. However, if you need something for an assignment printed like right now, you can go venture out to the library, and not the school library, one of the New York City public libraries if you have your membership. Or you can do what I did and break down and buy a printer. I would suggest purchasing a printer, especially if you're like me and you like to highlight, have a physical copy, write notes, stuff like that. I would say that most of the professors at LIM like to give you lecture documents, which is kind of nice. They're not so much PowerPoint based. So if you're like me and you want to have a tangible, go ahead and get yourself a printer. I feel like that covers pretty much the building itself. Security is great. Mail is easy to access. You can pick up packages 24/7. I feel safe in the neighborhood that we're located in. We're like on the cusp of the Lower East Side and Soho. So like walking wise, it takes me 10 minutes to get to Soho, which is really nice. However, we've had a couple businesses go in like next to the building that are a little like, which kind of bring a different kind of group of people. And sometimes at night, I wouldn't suggest going out by yourself. I would definitely bring a friend. I don't go out late. I don't go out. Like the latest I'm out is when I'm coming back from swim practice, and that's like 9 o'clock at the latest. So I'm not necessarily out. I can't tell you really what the nightlife is like. But as far as the building, that's what that's like. So we kind of covered about the LIM college itself, kind of difference between FIT and LIM, the Ludlow residency, the difference between Ludlow and the New Yorker. As far as misconceptions, I feel like there are a ton of misconceptions when it comes to being a fashion student. I can't tell you how many times I tell people I'm in fashion school and they just automatically assume that, you know, like I spend all day sewing and that it's easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl kind of classes. No. I mean, I do take classes that are heavily focused in, you know, I'm taking a textile class right now. I'm taking a visual arts class right now. And, you know, I am making mood boards and I am, you know, like dissecting fabric swatches, you know? So like, yes, probably compared to, you know, an engineering major or a STEM major, you know, our classes are very different, but I can tell you it is very hard work. You're going to have to show up and put in the effort to get the grades you want at this college. It is not an easy breezy beautiful kind of class schedule or university, okay? Just because we're studying fashion doesn't mean we're not smart. I can't tell you how many times I have to feel like I have to explain myself that, yeah, I go to real school even though I'm focusing in fashion. It is a real college. I'm getting a real business degree that I can use in real life to get a real big girl job where I'm not just gonna be an influencer. You know, I feel like often people just kind of assume, oh, she goes to fashion school, you know, and you definitely get that when you talk to people. So there is a lot of work that goes into it. I would definitely say something that I would want to know about this college before, you know, kind of jumping into it. Last year when I was at Western, I was studying pre-entrepreneurship with a triple minor in fashion merchandising, event planning, and then business management. Like, I was majoring in a lot of stuff. But anyway, so here I'm primarily focused in fashion merchandising. I would like to tell all of you students who are interested, it is a lot of reading and writing. I can't tell you how many essays I write a week. And I'm not talking like 1 to 2 page. I'm talking like 6 to 10 pages of like writing, if not more sometimes, about like textile. And sometimes you can't say a lot about cotton. Like, cotton gets boring. So like, if you are not a very English based student, like me, I hate English classes. I do not like them at all. I am not one to sit down and read. I am not one to write. You're gonna need to, you know, get a game plan together because you will be doing a lot of reading and writing, a lot. And something that you need to keep in mind is, if the student next to you is not majoring in merchandising, they are majoring in fashion media and journalism, and they are a writer. So when it comes to writing and feeling that competition, the kid next to you is probably a good writer, and you need to be ready to bring your A game when it comes to your writing work. I think that's something that's definitely kind of challenged me a little bit at this university. I wrote like a total of 3 papers while I was at Western, and that's a big state school. I came here and like I've been in class, you know, like a couple weeks now, and I've written so many papers. So bring your writing skills, get ready to write. You'll be writing so much. Ugh. Like, I finished the paper this morning. It was so long. Granted, it was on Taylor Swift and her digital reputation, but like, it was a long paper. So just because we're fashion majors doesn't mean that our school isn't hard and challenging. I like to think that we're all creative in our different ways. We're all learn in our different ways, and we're all special in our different ways. And you know, when something is challenging for somebody might not be challenging for the other person, and vice versa. So that's my tea on that. needless to say, stop cracking down on the business majors. We are just as cool as you guys who are STEM majors. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the room tour because I know that's probably what you're here for. I have done my best to tidy up. I am a relatively clean person. I am going to show you what the room comes with, furniture wise, and kind of show you some pieces that I brought that I definitely would suggest for living at the Ludlow and just a college dorm in general. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about LIM or Ludlow residency, or living in New York, or kind of transferring, definitely drop me a comment down below. I'd be happy to get back to you. Also, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. My name is Sophia.diamond there. I mean, literally, you can find me on all of the platforms. Shoot me a DM, shoot me a message. I will get back to you. I love to chit chat. And yeah, also, please note, these are all my personal opinions about LIM, so don't come for me. But let's go ahead and get into a dorm tour because it's exciting. Yeah. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to start at the back of the back of the room, and then kind of bring you towards the door. So I am filming this in February, hence my Valentine's Day decor. I'm not just lazy, I am filming this early. So every room does have a nice big window, which is super nice, and we do have heating and air. However, come second semester, so your cooler season, they will require that you keep the heat on 24/7 in the Ludlow residency so the pipes don't burst, which is great. We love it. We love maintenance stuff. However, it is bloody hot in these rooms. I definitely suggest bringing a fan. It even gets hot in the summer, warmer months, so just get a fan. You won't regret it. You'll be much happier, especially when it comes to night. As far as curtain wise, I would definitely suggest getting a blackout curtain like I have the ones here. These are just from Bed Bath & Beyond. I had regular cute like sheer curtains. However, it is New York City. It is bright. There's constantly light coming in your window. So when you go to sleep, you're definitely going to want something to close that out, especially if you're like me and you want it dark. So like I said, window, heating and air, bring a fan. Over here, I do have a little night table. I'll show you that in just a second. This is my coat rack, definitely handy dandy, especially in the winter season. Throw all your bags and stuff on it, yes. So this is the desk that came with the room, okay? This came with it. This is like a nice little side drawer. I keep my plants here, and this is my school supplies. This chair comes with the room. It's heavier than all get out, but it actually is comfortable. And then this desk comes with the room. Please note, this little extra shelf does not. It is just a flat table that they give you. I got this off of Amazon, and I'm so glad that I did because it just gives me an extra bit of storage, which you definitely need in this area because there's not a lot of space, and just you just need it, okay? Another thing to note is a number of outlets. There's not many. Bring your powered strips. You're gonna want it. So like I said, this comes with the room, the chair, and the flat table, but not the upward divider. Lots of white space, lots of white space. There is my mirror area, my ring light here. I'm moving. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas. So here we go. I have my hats displayed here, upper lighting, and then this is the back. So this is what I look at. This is all there. There's my main door. And then here is my bed area, my cute little art prints, and then my nightstand and my laundry. Most of the time I'll keep my ring light in this corner, and when I'm not using the fan, I slide it over, okay? It is to be noted that there is like a good amount of space in between here. Like, it's not as crowded as it feels. It definitely is small, but it's not as bad as it looks. I'm gonna show you the storage containers that are underneath the bed, and then we'll move on to the other part of the room. So underneath your bed, you do have some space, especially if you loft your bed the highest that it comes. I definitely did this. This is my crafting drawer. I think it's important to have the crafting drawer. My printer sits underneath here. I have started to pack up to move out because I know if I don't now, then it's just gonna be a mess. So this is all stuff that needs to go home at spring break. You do get this dresser drawer and this dresser drawer. They are relatively deep. I keep my like underwear, bra, towels and sheets, workout stuff, that kind of stuff in here. Suitcases, and then my kitchen box is down here. You're definitely going to want a plastic kitchen box to take stuff to the kitchen with. Then if we move right along here, I decided to add a tension bar to do a little sheer curtain moment here, just because at night I feel like it kind of like, it's like closing the door, you know, it's separating the kitchen and the closet from my bedroom. Like this is the bedroom now. I don't know, I think it's a bit extra, but I did it anyway. So I'm gonna kind of like side view this. So this is like a lovely metal rack that I literally have kitchen on 1, 2, and 3, and then closet on 1 and 2. It's insane, the storage things that I've had to do with this room. So I've just, you know, labeled cardigans. These are my chunky sweater. I've got skirts and tights, and over here I've got my pants, my candy jar. This is kind of my prep workstation. This is just kind of a cutting board that I've stuck on there. There's all my crock and forks and silverware, food, and then this is like kitchen cooking stuff, like my baking sheets, Ziploc bags, water bottles, and then this is dishes that are dirty. Something that I would suggest is, first few times I lugged my bucket downstairs to the kitchen. It's a real hassle. Dishes are heavy. Just do them in the bathroom. I have since decided that I just wash my dishes in the bathroom sink. It's kind of gross when you think about it, but it's convenient, okay? Then moving right along, grocery getter, you're gonna want one. Don't be a noob, don't carry your stuff. Swimsuit that's still wet from swim practice this morning. Coffee stand / plate holder, snack wheel. So the microwave came and the mini fridge came. It is a bigger mini fridge, I would say. And there's a freezer, so I mean, like, okay, fine. Shoe rack. And there is my trash can and door space. Now, if you're a fashion major, you're gonna wanna see the closet. Please note, all of the closets are different. I have a bigger closet than the girl next door. So, I mean, it's really deep. I can fit a suitcase, you know, all the way back. Plenty of space, and then plenty of room for clothes. I definitely keep more shoes down here, and I have them just kind of shoved in, but that's that. The only complaint is, like, I am standing here, and if I put my elbows out, then my arm touches the kitchen and the closet. Like, see, like, we're here. We are 1 square away, so like we are close. So like this is the narrowest part of the room, and the space that I find myself doing all of my work is here, like cooking wise. As far as bathroom, here, I'll show you the bathroom. It should be clean. Just your standard bathroom. Med cabinet. And then shower. So yeah, that is that. And then there's the kitchen area. So everyone, that is my LIM apartment Ludlow review rating room tour. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about LIM, or if you're moving into the Ludlow residency next semester, even if you're not a Ludlow student, I'd be happy to answer your questions. I don't know, I'm looking forward to next semester, and I'm excited to be here. New York City is awesome, and it finally feels like home. So looking forward to the rest of my time here. I hope you have a great Friday, and I will catch you all next time. Bye!